What's up, guys? What's going on? Hope we're doing well. Let's see. Should be able to see me now. Let's see right here. All right. Oh, that's not the camera. That's not the one. Hold up. Let me switch it up on y'all. Boom. Okay, now we got that. Now we got that HD. All right, so now we should be good to go. Now you guys can see the infinite matrix loop. But what's going on, everybody? How we feeling? How's everyone doing? I got the chat pulled up over here, so I'll be able to read questions, charts. I have a couple things that have gone off here in the last, actually the last literally right now. But yeah, what's up? I wanted to host a quick session here. We're only going to be live for probably like 25 minutes or so. But wanted to dive into a couple things with indices, give you guys a little pop-up session. Let's see who's awake, who's alert, who's ready. And then give you guys some feedback on some charts that you're looking. Today's should be a slower day on the forex side of things. So nothing too crazy. What's up, Caesar, Jocko, Maria Lisa? Looks like you're dropping off the kids. That's what's up. Interested in seeing the charts. Caesar Rivera, what's up? All right, cool, guys. So I'm gonna be live in Spanish here in 25 minutes, and then I'll be live in 90 minutes again. But those are obviously on Go Live. But I wanted to just come in here, go over a couple things, see what's cooking in the markets, review a little bit of what's going on. But the best part is I want you to share your charts. So drop what you're looking at, and I'll give you my best feedback. So yesterday, let's go over what we were looking for yesterday. I'll do a quick recap on yesterday's analysis. And what you guys can see, let me double check that you can actually see my screen properly and everything. I think we should be good to go. Hold up. Y'all can see everything proper? Okay, we're good. Perfect. What's up? We got Yama Gains on here as well. If y'all need some online fitness, that boy right there, Yama Gains, he'll get you right, man. He'll get you right. Or if you're in the Illinois, Chicagoland area, that's the guy right there, OG. So, looking at indices yesterday, I was waiting for some setups in regards to some buys. Now, I didn't actually take this buy position despite how beautiful this chart looks. And the reason I didn't take this setup has to do more so with what was going on with NASDAQ and what was going on with S&P. So yesterday, I really wanted to see S&P in this zone. Now, what do we look for before we take any type of opportunities in the market, before I take any opportunities in the market? One, I'm looking for specific types of setups, right? And what I look for, if you're wondering, it's very, very basic. It's very simple. And basically what I'm looking for is the market to give us some type of liquidity buildup. I'm oversimplifying, obviously. And then once we have something like this, then we see some liquidity capture, right? So we're clearing out retail orders. The market drops below before we get the market to continue. Now, this is for buy setups. So once the price gets above, now for me, I don't consider this a break of structure. I need to see price really stabilize above the previous high. So once we find some stability, once we can kind of see something like this, then once we do get that pullback, I am looking. Other times I'm playing off of, depending on what's happened in structure on the way there, so it depends. But the last piece of confirmation for me, and this is what's helped me avoid the most amount of losses, because you can see a very, very basic setup like this, but this can still fail, right? This can still fail all over the place. And so the one thing that I do look for is divergence, right? I'm looking to see divergence between correlating assets. So when we're talking about S&P 500, S&P has correlation with NASDAQ and with Dow Jones. So US 30, NAS 100, S&P 500. These all move very similar, right? They're moving in unison. So when I'm looking for entries, S&P, I was waiting for this to drop a little deeper. I really wanted to catch it over here, and here's why. When I have, ideas that I'm looking at, the reason I take really what's lagging, the indice that's lagging, I take that because that gives us the highest probability of staying within structure. So if I compare this to US 30, US 30 played off of the zone beautifully. This reaction was amazing, right? This ended up pushing up over 135 points. So let's say you would have sniped this. I think I would have missed my entry. My entry would have been a little bit lower, probably closer to here, so I would have missed anyways. But You know, this would have given someone that sniped it a little under a 3-1. Now I know some people have 1-to-1 risk rewards that they're looking to lock in. Some people at 2-to-1, you're out of the market, and then some people really stretch it out. So, what's up, guys? And so again, it's cool. I didn't take this, right? I didn't take this. Why? Because when I looked at US 30 getting to this level, getting to this zone. By the way, I'm in Thailand, so my hours are totally different than yours. Right now, it's about 7:40 p.m. here, and so around 1 a.m., right, at 1 a.m. my time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, that's when we saw this huge drop before it continued. So towards the end of New York session, we started getting some volatility. But when this happened, and we compare S&P, I still felt like S&P had a bit more imbalance to look for. So I really thought, you know what, if S&P is going to fill some more imbalance and reject off of these levels, then that's going to push US 30 even lower, and that could cause US 30 to go below this wick. So in order to really stay within structure, I preferred S&P 500. And it didn't get to our zone, and the market kind of moved without it. So with that being said, I'm no longer really looking to get into anything at this area, because when I look at S&P and I look at NASDAQ and when I look at US 30, the money that was brought into the market. So right here, we're looking at Friday, right? Friday, around 11:45 p.m. Bangkok time. So Friday, 12:45 Eastern, we see this market just push down here before the continuation, right? Now, the sells that pushed the market down here, these got closed out yesterday. If I look at NASDAQ, the same thing happened here. So I don't know if there's really any money left behind. Since they all move kind of in unison, this is one of those ideas where I can definitely see the market, you know, someone can be looking to buy here, and I can see us actually break below. I could definitely see us break underneath this, because the sells that pushed price down, this already got mitigated. So I'm chilling here. I'm not really looking to do much on this. If anything, I would rather be selling, right? And what did end up, we ended up seeing some nice movement, was actually the sells, which we were also looking for. And and NAS finally got to this zone that we had out there for a while. But anyways, so I do think we could still see some opportunities for sells. That makes a bit more sense if we zoom out a little bit here with indices. You know, we start, right, a lot of bearish push to start the week off. Now it's already Tuesday, right? Our second New York session of the week. And guys, remember, any questions that you have, any charts you want feedback on, just drop them here, and I'll just go over them real quick. But with that said, are there any setups that I'm really looking for right now in particular? Not necessarily very close, right? I'd have to see the market really work its way back up before we're looking for any sells. The way the market's really dropped from these zones, I don't really see those influential candles. I don't really see the, you know, that orchestrated move. Don't really see any of those right now. You know, some of you are probably looking at US 30 and you see this kind of liquidity sweep right now. But to be honest, the way that this drops, it's pretty mellow. So I could see, if now we're going down to the micro, we're going down to 1 minute. So I could see, you know, I could see us play off of this candle right here. That's the 1 minute time frame. I do love the trade on the 1 minute. Personally, I prefer trading these small 1 minute time frames. Only with indices, I don't have as much trust with forex pairs. But US 30, this looks clean, but the reality is I won't really take this unless I look at the rest of the indices. So let's say NASDAQ, right? Look at how we compare now. US 30 and NASDAQ look very different now. right? So US 30, we have a huge push to the upside. And, I mean, we got quite a bit to go, right? Got another 50 points to go. If you look at kind of the structure of the market, this is what this little push looks like. If we look at Nas hasn't even given us a higher high yet, right? Nas hasn't even given us a high anywhere above this. So not bullish at all on NASDAQ, not yet. And then when I look at S&P 500, S&P is moving a bit more bullish. It's kind of like in between both, right? S&P is trying to make these higher highs. We've seen it get above this a couple times. Every time it happens, it loses a little momentum. So what looks abundantly clear, excuse me, is US 30. US 30 has so much more to drop. So this is kind of what I like on US 30. I'll share this with you guys here. Let's see. Where y'all at right here? Alright, so this is what I got going on. This is valid. This is valid as long as the market, as long as the rest stay like this. So as long as US 30 stays above here, I like this kind of setup. You know, we just saw this liquidity capture. Like, market just bodied all of these retail sellers. Look at how many people were selling off of this trend line here. So there was a whole bunch of money here, and now this is all, where's that? It's like that emoji of like, they're all dead, right? This is what happened here. Some of these. So, rest in peace, the homies right here. They got clapped. But anyways, with that being said, that's what I like with US 30. And what I like to do is I like to set alerts before I get to these areas, just to be more mindful, kind of what I'm looking for. But for now, looking at US 30, this is what looks like a potential buy. Now, how I manage my stop loss, once I get a nice reversal off of here, so for example, you know, the market here dropped, to me, looks like 10 points. So once I get a 10-point bounce, then I'll move my stop loss to break even. Yeah. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not like, what's it called? Gatekeeping, right? Yeah, like I'm just literally telling you how I trade. I don't really care that much. And we already, I mean, I could see NAS getting a little lower. We see some imbalance here. We might want to rebalance over here with NAS and S&P in terms of sales. It's not very clear either. So, I mean, so yeah, we got that US 30 set up. That's what I like. I'm going through them quick. No one's really shared a chart here, which is mind-blowing to me. They're just free. But there's no news. There's no high-impact news either, unless you guys can. Is that the case? Can people drop links on here? Probably not, right? That would make sense. So then it would be like spam and things like that. All right, that would make sense. So, cool. No high-impact news today at all. So, I don't even care to look for orange folders or yellow folders. I'm chilling. I'm on this NAS buy. Really, what do you see on NASDAQ? What you got? What do you see? Where are you buying from? So, I wish you the best. Whatever you're trading, man, I wish you only the best. But cool. So US 30, kind of the only thing that looks very abundantly clear to me. If I look at some forex pairs, or you know what? Let's take a look at crypto real quick. Let's see what the fuck is crypto doing right now. What's up? All right. You're not very hopeful? Well, I'll tell you what. Eliminate hope from the equation. Hope is not a useful tool in trading at all. Hope is actually dangerous, very dangerous. So with Bitcoin, honestly, Bitcoin kind of looks like small time frame. we could get an accumulation play right here. I'm sure Yamane's got a setup here on Bitcoin. I know you're always looking at Bitcoin. You got like a radar on Bitcoin. Let's see. You got like a UAV on Bitcoin at all times. But so we do see a very clear drop, very intentional. We see sweeping these retail buys before a market keeps going. But before you just zoom into the 5 minute, you do want to look at what else is going on here. You know, what is really happening with Bitcoin at the moment. And look, we just got below these lows. So, I mean, at this point, people would say break a structure, right? And here, let's talk about it. We were below the previous low for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, 6 hours, and we've kind of stayed below here, right? So, you know what? Based on how long we've been below this structure, I would say this is bearish now. Right now, every once in a while, because here, look, when you see the market drop very intentionally, very carefully, we see it drop 625 pips. And what does it do, right? What does this do? This clears some lows. Boom, there you go. So it just clears these lows, but it doesn't fill it back right away. We don't get a higher high right away. It's been hours now, right? We've been cooking for 20 hours, 18 hours. So I think we're continuing these lows, and I feel good about seeing that. I think we'll get some pullbacks first, but from here I wouldn't be surprised if we go and we look for a little bit more money. So I think we could get some extensions. Let's say this is the low for right now, just for this range. Then when I look at where we're at and what we could see next, the next low that I would really be looking for would be foods here, by the way. The next low that I would be looking for would be something like right around here. So I think us extending where we've actually seen lows before, probably build up some more liquidity, get another pullback, and then again. So it really is going to depend on how deep we pull back before we drop. But I can see us, getting this extension. And what, for me, really looking at crypto, if we hold below, right, if we really hold below these lows over here, because look, there's all this imbalance, but if we can actually hold those lows, then I do think we can go even further, and we can see a drop into 22,000, 21,000, etc. I can see it. So, but it's going to depend on how we close here, because there's just so many retail buys built up on Bitcoin for the last 51 days. So, I mean, and especially when we put this in correlated with indice markets, it's looking like we're getting distribution. Seasonality agrees, yeah, as well. So I think we could get some short-term buys before the market works its way back down. And I would like to see a distribution on like a 15 before I take another sell. But going back to these smaller time frames and seeing kind of what's going on, I could see Bitcoin giving us a nice push from these levels. Hold on. What I will say is this, and I do think we should keep this in mind. When you look at what Bitcoin did on this 15-minute time frame, look at how aggressive the market pushed up before it dropped. We see a huge push to the upside here before it dipped down. So something like that. Huge push to the upside. The market chopped its way before it worked its way down, and then we stayed down here. So I'm also I also could see some short-term sells, but you have to now consider, was this drop, right, where the market drops about 300 pips, was that it? Was that the mitigation of this huge buy position? I don't think so. So I could see us get a pretty big drop on Bitcoin, maybe clearing these highs here. So right here we got kind of like it's like a sellers, retail sellers build up here. So somewhere over here, I think we could see a nice sell, and it could be a great risk reward. It might not keep going lower, but I do think we can get a pretty good risk to reward out of this scenario where we have something like this. Let's see here. And kind of getting into the zone where we had over here. So I think a 2.5, let's see 2.5, something like this looks pretty good to me. So there's another idea, and then from here I think we can also go up. How much? I'm not sure yet. It just depends on how we fall. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is what I got with Bitcoin. What do you guys think? I wonder what the lag is on this. Like, obviously on the other one we have, let's see, 1 minute. Oh, that's true, but this one's way behind. All right, here we go. So, oh, actually, it's pretty instant, this stream. It's not bad. That's lit. All right, cool. So that's what I got with Bitcoin, and then let's do one last one just for shits and giggles. I'll go to CoinGecko real quick. I know PEPE's been all the hype, right? PEPE's been all the hype. What's Mr. PEPE doing today? Whole bunch of zeros and then 20. So we got 5 zeros and then 0.2. Looking at this, I mean, it's up almost in the last 24 hours. We're looking at like 33%. That's pretty decent, honestly. This is a total meme. I don't think this has any inherent value. I'm just looking at it because people have been asking. But if you did snipe this recent low here, then you are looking right around like 33%, which is pretty lit, honestly. I'm not personally involved, but what I think with JER30, fun fact, JER30 was the first indice I've ever traded. This random dude on Discord just was like all up in JER30. China 500, like he was just trading crazy shit. I think we could see a pullback on, see this drop a little further on JER30, it looks like, before it makes a push to the upside. So I think JER30 moving, I don't study this very often, so I'm not sure on when it really has an uptick in volatility, but I do see some leftover sells over here. See, pretty intentional sell-off right here. So these are kind of the two zones that look pretty clean to me with JER30. Again, I'm not really sure on the volatility. I'm assuming it gets some volatility when New York opens, and I'm assuming it does. And obviously it does what it does during London session. But what's the next PEPE? Ain't that the question? Do you think that PEPE sweep coming, hype is too big for whales to grab liquidity? I mean, we already saw it drop 50% in value. I think it dropped like 65% over the last like day or 2 days, that's a pretty fat drop. And so people definitely took some profits, which is great. People should pay themselves. But yeah, these are kind of be the next levels I'd focus on. Again, I don't trade JER30 ever, and for me, divergence with correlations is an important thing. So couldn't tell you, but these are zones that make sense to me, you know. So I'll share this here. But guys, I do have to go. I have I'm gonna do a live Spanish session on Go Live, which is where I do all of like our paid stuff. Let's see here. So we got JER30. for the members. And remember, document your stuff, guys. If you're not documenting your trades, then why are you even trading? If you don't have anything, then obviously, shameless plug, you can use mine. That'll be somewhere here. You guys can, I'll just pin this, mytradingdesk.pro. But anyways, guys, much love to y'all. You guys are awesome. And I hope to keep giving free value for you guys randomly when it's least expected. But peace out, guys. Later. I'll be live. What happened to doing a session at 9? Yeah, I'm live in English in an hour. So I'll see you guys on Go Live. Peace.